make it a brighter place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw out.
Hi everybody, this is Katina with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I'm checking out my paper pumpkin kit. This came over the weekend and I opened it up, and it's in a pink box this month for breast cancer awareness, and it just has this little notice in it that says that they donated $1 for every subscriber and then an additional $1 if you were new. And so that was really fun. And so then there was some of the items. There was a basic gray ink spot, which I love. I didn't have a basic gray, and you guys know that I use these for my planner stuff. So I just stick this in my planner supplies, and then I use those when I'm stamping in my planner. And then there was this stamp set, which I'm in love with the sentiments on this set. The thanks, congrats, and the thinking of you. So at first I was a little bit disappointed because this really seems like spring cards to me, right? They're not really, I don't know, I didn't really think of them as autumn or fall kind of cards, but you get everything in here to make these cards. And I'm not going to make these cards today. I'm going to make a different card and show you how I used the stamp set. But I did want to show you that you get all the stuff to make these cards, and then I'll probably do something different with my kit later on. I probably won't make those exact cards. So here are a few of the things we're going to use. We're going to use the Acorny thank you, and then we're using this wood grain background stamp, and I believe it's retired. And then I'm going to use the thanks out of the paper pumpkin. I'm also using this really fun specialty paper. So I have that, and then we're using Into the Woods. And one of the things I love about the Into the Woods paper is if you take this sheet, this image right here, you can punch out with your 2-inch circle or your 2.5 inch. So either one of these, the 2-inch will give you right around it. It'll cut a little bit off, but it'll fit all in that circle. Or the 2.5 inch will leave you a little bit of room. And you can punch that right out. And then that's what we're going to be doing with that piece. So let's dive in and get started. You're going to need a piece of crumb cake cardstock, and we're just going to fold this in half. And I'm going to I need a piece of scratch paper, and we're going to grab our wood grain stamp right here. And I always get the background stamps just where you can mount them onto your own block, and then I just either use a block or I just lay them flat. And right now I'm just laying it flat. I have some early espresso ink, and I'm inking that up. And then what I'm going to do, I like to use a grid mat. So I'm going to bring this small grid mat over here. This is just a small mat, and then what I want is halfway. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it. That's probably good. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be straight. If you do it with a block and then you stamp down on it, it will probably be a little bit easier to make sure it's lined up. But that didn't come out too bad. And if it's a little crooked, that's okay, because we're going to use some ribbon. So that will cover up that if it's not perfect, which I can tell from this it's not perfect, it's slanted. But we're going to put this right over that, and it's going to make it look like it was straight. So I'm just going to grab my ribbon scissors. This is Blackberry Bliss stitched ribbon. This ribbon color is retired, but we have this stitched ribbon, and we have it in black and crumb cake. So you could do crumb cake and it would look fine on this card. And then this actually might be on the clearance rack as well. So I will make sure that I link all the supplies over on my website, and you can pick up any of those items on my online store. So I just used my ATG gun, and I put the adhesive right on that ribbon. It works perfect. I wasted a lot of ribbon right here, you guys. I was talking and I wasn't really paying attention. So then I'm just gonna flip my card over and I'm gonna trim that down like this. We're almost done. So that's a bummer. I wasted a little bit more ribbon than I like to waste. Okay, so now we have this piece right here that we punched out, and then we're going to use this. This is the punch that coordinates with the stamp set. So we have the stamp set right here, and you can pick any one of the tops here. I'm going to show you how to stamp this. So because the punch is the way it is, where they're by each other, it's kind of a little bit hard when you first start using it to get used to. So I just have one of the tops. I picked this top right here in Tangelo Twist ink, and then I'm stamping that down here, and then that way this punch will slide right in. You line that up, punch that out, and then for the acorn part, what you're going to want to do is just go real close to the edge. So what I did is I started here at the bottom, and then I punched out, and then what I would do is just take my scissors and snip this part off, and then I could get my next acorn. And so then that way I wasn't wasting a ton of paper. So hopefully that helps. So now I just take glue dots for this part. I'll zoom back in 1 second, guys. Okay, so I just took glue dots and then I put this over the acorn, just like that. And then we can take some dimensionals, just put that right in the middle of the circle, just like that. Now we can bring our card back over. And we're going to put it right in the middle here. And then we're going to use the thanks to stamp. So now this part always makes me nervous if you've already stamped and put your images down, and if you stamp and it messes up, then you've messed up your card. But I think it's going to be okay. So this is on dimensionals. So what I want to do is I just want to get it about where I want it, and then I'm going to move that out of the way. So there's our thanks, and then I can take my circle and put dimensionals on that. Don't you love the way that came out? My thanks is a little bit crooked because I was trying not to get my head in the shot, but here's the other one I made. And how cute are these? And super simple to do. I'm going to make quite a few of these, and this will be my November thank you card to anybody who places an order. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You can get to my website by clicking right up here. It'll take you to the coordinating blog post, or down below in the YouTube description. That will take you over to my website, and you can see all of the supplies I used, and you can pick those up in my online store. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you later. Hey everyone, and thank you for hanging out with me to the very end of my video. I have a couple of my most recent videos for you guys if you would like to check them out. I have the Halloween treats that I made for my kids' class. I did that last week. And then I have a Halloween layout for you that I did for my calendars that I give as gifts each year for Christmas. So you can check either one of those out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll be back later this week. Have a wonderful day.